Much I appreciate you. Today our lecture would last only 15 minutes and we'll be done. Everybody sit down. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Today we're talking about RLJ, Robert Louis Johnson. Now when we talk about Robert Louis Johnson, what comes into your mind? Nothing, right? All right. So the first black billionaire is this name that you just heard. In 2001, he became the official first black billionaire. What does it mean to become the official black billionaire? Simple. The first black man to own 1 billion American dollars. And this happened in 2001, 19 years ago, not too long ago. We have a lot of black millionaires. People like Oprah Winfrey, people like Dan Gote. But when it comes to billionaires, of course, it becomes narrower and narrower. Robert Louis Johnson, his photograph is smiling at us right there on our Facebook page. Oh my God. That is the man. Robert Louis Johnson. Black man. In 2001, he became the official first black billionaire. Not only in America, the whole world. 19 years ago. My brother, my sister, today we're talking about the first black billionaire. If you are ready, let us go into action. Robert Louis Johnson was born on April 8 in 1946. And he was born in Hickory in Mississippi. My brother, my sister, he was born in an area and a vicinity where black people were not appreciated. His father had 10 children, and he was the 9th out of the 10. So he arrived at a time that his mother and father were already old. Out of 10 children, he was the 9th. His mother was called Edna, and his father was Archie Johnson. His mother was a school teacher who worked very hard in the schools in order to bring home something for all children. And his father was a farmer. And his father loved his plants so much that he was heard speaking to the plants sometimes. Sometimes some of the plants that fell ill, he will hug them, kiss them, and wish them a speedy recovery. That was how close he was to his plants. Now, at a very young age, his parents decided to move the family to Freeport in Illinois, Chicago. At this point, he was just a little child. But he was extremely brilliant in school. Yes, Robert Louis Johnson was so brilliant in school. In fact, he was an honest student in high school. He graduated from the University of Illinois. Remember, they had just moved to Freeport, Illinois, where he grew up, and then went to the University of Illinois, where he graduated with honors in 1968 at the age of 22. At the age of 22. He had already grabbed his very first degree, a bachelor's degree in social studies. He knew what he wanted to be in the future. Now, whilst at the University of Illinois, he became a member of the Beta chapter of the Kappa Alpha Psi. My God, fraternity. He received a master's degree in public affairs from the Woodrow Wilson School at Princeton University, just 4 years after he graduated with a bachelor's degree in 1972. Now, when he graduated from Princeton University, he landed a job in Washington, D.C., the capital. And it was a TV job. He worked in the field of TV and served as the public affairs director for the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. My God. And whilst he served as the public affairs director, he looked around and realized that there was an untapped potential in TV. And what was this? He was not ready to discuss. He wanted to do it himself. He got the secret. Now he was looking for the money to invest into this secret. My God. He also worked as the director of communication for the Washington, D.C. office of the National Urban League. And when we say the National Urban League, what are we talking about? It used to be called the National League on Urban Conditions Amongst Negroes. But they changed it to the National Urban League. It's a non-partisan, historic civil rights organization based in New York City that advocates on behalf of economic and social justice for African Americans. It was here he realized that if he established a TV station targeted at black people for the very first time in the history of America, it would do well. A black man himself. But he needed more experience. So he worked as a press secretary for the congressman by name Walter E. Fauntroy. Walter E. Fauntroy, who himself was black. And he was even a former pastor of the New Bethel Baptist Church in Washington, D.C. and a civil rights activist. And whilst he worked as the press secretary for Congressman Walter E. Fauntroy, he gained so much experience. He moved from one height to another. Then in 1980, just 2 years, my brother, my sister, after working with the congressman, he decided it was time to hit it big. He launched the Black Entertainment TV. That was 1980. He launched it. 3 years later, it became a full-fledged channel. In fact, showing black content on TV. This was the first time black people had anything in the name of a TV targeted at them. My God, 1980. Black people concentrated on watching it. The entertainment activities. Oh my God. He resigned from all other jobs and concentrated on the BET. That's the Black Entertainment TV. That was the first cable TV network aimed at African Americans. At that time, it aired only for 2 hours on Friday nights, and every black person was glued to it. But it never made profits until 5 years later, in 1985, when it became the first black control company listed on the New York State Stock Exchange. And in 1991, it was a full-fledged money-making machine. My God. By 1998, Johnson and Liberty Media bought all outstanding shares of the company. My God. Oh my God. And this gave Johnson, our hero for today, 42% of the company. Then Viacom. You all know Viacom, don't you know? It's a giant company. Giant company. Is the second incarnation of Viacom Incorporated. And it was an American multinational mass media conglomerate with interest primarily in film and television. My God, great one. Viacom acquired the BET in 2001 for a reported $3 billion American dollars. Imagine this amount. Johnson earned $1 billion from the sale outright, making him the first black American billionaire in 2001 from a business that he started from the scratch in 1980. 21 years later, he became a billionaire from that same company. But he remained the BET CEO until 2006, 5 years later, when he decided that enough was enough. And then he founded the RLJ companies. That is the Robert Louis Johnson companies. And this was a holding company with a diverse portfolio, including hotel, real estate investment, private equity, financial services, asset management, automobile dealership, sports and entertainment, and video lottery terminal gaming. My God. And its headquarters is in Bethesda in Maryland. As if that was not enough, he invested so much money and made so much money. Lord God have mercy. Got into so many other different businesses, just making money like crazy. My God. In 2002, he purchased the Charlotte Bobcats. Those of you who are into American football and this basketball thing and so on and so forth, he became the first black man to own one. This was 2002. He bought the Charlotte Bobcats. In 2010, 9 years after he bought it, he sold it out to Michael Jordan. You all know Michael Jordan, don't you know? Oh my God. He sold it out to MJ. In 2016, only 4 years ago, Johnson finalized a partnership agreement with AMC Networks through the RLJ company after launching his own video on demand streaming service, Urban Movie Channel, in 2014. My brother, my sister, this has given this man a lot of money. So much money he cannot be ignored. So much money that when he speaks, you must listen. My brother, my sister, now being so rich, he's also a philanthropist. In 2011, Johnson worked with Morgan Freeman to raise funds for hurricane preparedness in the Bahamas. And he succeeded in raising so much money for the people of Bahamas. My God. In 2012, he spent so much money to fight malaria in a program known as Malaria No More. Spent so much money. In 2007, Johnson created the Liberia Enterprise Development Fund with a $30 million American investment. And the fund was to provide credit for Liberian entrepreneurs. Why Liberia? Because Liberia was coming from a civil war, and he felt that he should help people who had the business acumen. My God. Politically, he supported Trump in the past, saying that I cannot say I will not support a fellow businessman because I know what business is. He's never ever supported Barack Obama. And when Hillary was running for the primaries with Barack Obama, he supported Hillary and made some really wild comments against Obama's use of marijuana in his youth. But he later apologized in a letter that he sent to Barack Obama personally on the 17th of January 2008. Let me read a portion of that letter. He wrote, and I read, I am writing to apologize to you and your family personally for the uncalled for comments I made at a recent Clinton event. In my zeal to support Senator Clinton, I made some very inappropriate remarks for which I am truly sorry and hope that you will accept my apology. Good luck on the campaign trail. And Barack Obama went ahead to win the primaries, went ahead to even win the American elections, which brought him to Ghana in 2009 to have dinner with me right here in Ghana. Yabo! My brother, my sister, today will remember the great 1946 born Robert Loius Johnson. He's still making a lot of inroads in his business. In fact, he married his wife, Sheila Johnson, in 1969. But they divorced the same year that he became a billionaire, 2001. When they divorced, Sheila went away and he went his way, but they had 2 children together. Sheila herself is an American businesswoman, the co-founder of the BET. She co-founded with her husband. The CEO of Salamander Hotels and Resorts, and the first African-American woman to attain a net worth of at least $1 billion. She herself has money like crazy. They divorced in 2001. They have 2 children together. But Johnson, they say money speaks, went ahead to marry a younger woman, more than 30 years his junior. My God. In 2010, he got married to this lady, and they are still together. My brother, my sister, the man today is 74 years. His wife is 40 years. In fact, he's married to a 39-year-old. And the marriage is going on good. Today we remember Robert Loius Johnson, the first black billionaire. We remember how he made his money. We remember how he uses money in support of black people and black entertainment. We remember he's still alive at age 74. All we say is congratulations. In the burden of knowledge, I ask you now that you know, what would you do? Be an eniole minio bafe. Ye zunda kagane mezaka yini. Ye pabango bokayan. Fia enyanu kaina wo. Bana ehun ebeya den. Missy bana ehun ebeya bade. I thank you. I appreciate you. Sandra Rama, how are you doing this afternoon? My name is Black Cross, and I want to say thank you so much. This one is coming from the laboratory. Specially made for this one. And it's called All in